welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you how I made this top inspired by Kriti's look in Cocktail 2. I was so obsessed with all her looks, and it's a step-by-step guide which will help you recreate this. Now here's a little concern that I have before you start. Initially I wanted this Mashooqa written to come exactly on top, but because that looks little awkward I have to take it little down. And what you can do is, once you are done with this Mashooqa and then a complete row of white, you can start the V from here, so that at the end this will come little on top. But I am liking the way it's sitting over here, so that's why I didn't change. And this is how it looks after blocking, so make sure that you guys don't lose hope that it doesn't look like this. It's gonna look like this once you block it, so keep that in mind, and hopefully you guys enjoy. And let's just start making it. I just want to show you all the things that I have used for this project. Starting off with yarn, I have used this autumn rose yarn, and it's in the size 4. It's 100% cotton. Then this both this yarn is for the middle part where you have to write Mashooqa. Depending on your choice you can change this. Then this is red yarn. This one is also in size 4 medium, but this is 51% cotton and 49% acrylic, so this is a mix, red. And then the majority of the yarn that I have used is the white yarn. This is also in size 4, 50% cotton and 50% acrylic. And for this project I have used a hook of 3.5 millimeter throughout. You can use depending on your yarn size and then the recommended hook. So these are the 3 yarn that I have used, and the hook. Apart from this I have used stitch markers. You need it, very important. And then measuring tape and scissors. So this is all you need, and now let's just crochet. We are gonna start from here. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually written Mashooqa over here, and I love that song as well, so I thought might as well just have it written. So to create this pixel grid I have used something called pixel stitch grid. Just measure your chest area, see the length, the width, how many stitches you need, and put those measurements and you will get your pixel. So I have written Mashooqa, but you can write anything over here. It's not necessary that you have to go with this, but in case you want to do the Mashooqa thing and you are a small size, then I'm gonna link the PDF that I made to make that Mashooqa font, which I then uploaded on the pixel stitch directly, and then it gave me the grid. So I'll link it down below in a PDF. It's free, you can just download it. After crocheting, it wasn't really this smooth, it was little wobbly, so I did block this. And now this is actually covering my chest just enough. So from here I am gonna do a little increase, and then I'm gonna do the pattern cutouts. For that I'm gonna show you how you're gonna proceed from here once you have the pattern grid. So this is very squarey right now, and we want to add more curve to this. So what I'm gonna do is go with a single crochet across like this in circle. When I was making the pattern I went from line to line horizontally. Now I'm gonna work in around this rectangle. So what I'm gonna do is, by the way, I'm using a 3.5 millimeter hook for the entire project, not changing it to anything else. So chain 1, and then I'm gonna do a single crochet in this, and I'm gonna do an increase in the corners only to make it little more curvy. So I just did the increase. Now I'm gonna continue doing single crochet in each stitch. as you can see over here, because I did 2 single crochet in the same stitch, there is a curve instead of a sharp edge like this. So this is what we want. So I'm going to finish this row and then repeat the same process one more time. So in total 2 rows, and once that is done, I'm going to show you what's the next step. So this is what it looks like after 2 rows, and I feel I need a little more increase than this. So what I'm going to do is continue the single crochet across 2 more times, and then I think it's going to fit the way I want it. And once that is done, I'm going to show you the next step. I am happy with this coverage that is giving me. I did a total of 4 rows single crochet across the border from the initial square from where we started, and now you are gonna stitch mark. So what I have done is first stitch mark the corners. So here this the pink that I have stitch marked. Then make sure that both the stitches along the side, so this left and right, both the side have equal stitches. Once that is done, then you are going to count and find the center. So for my sides, it's total of 23 stitches on both the sides. Then on top and bottom, I have 32 stitches on both the side equally. There is no odd numbers on top and bottom, and I'm going to show you how to proceed with the top and bottom later. But first we are going to now start with the sides, so we can tie this behind and see how it's going to look. And right now you can see this is not really like straight, it's very wobbly, but don't worry, once we block it, everything is gonna look really nice and smoothen out. But yeah, do make sure that you block this initially after you are done with the pixel grid, so that you get a better idea. Otherwise it's gonna look even more wobbly than it currently is. So now let's start with the sides. Let me show you how to work on it. Now we are going to do something called as moss stitch. So for that, take your yarn. I've cut the yarn from here after doing a knot, and now I have done a slip knot and I've taken the yarn again. Now this is one of the sides of the top that we have. Now take your yarn and insert the hook in the stitch where you have stitch marked, and do first pull out the loop. Now do a single crochet in that same stitch. Now to do a moss stitch, what we do is we do single crochet, then chain 1, leave a stitch and single crochet in the next. So that's what we are going to do. We have done the first single crochet. Now chain 1, leave this stitch and do a single crochet in the next stitch. So chain 1, leave this stitch, single crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, single crochet in the next stitch, leaving a stitch in between, and continue this process of chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. This is called as moss stitch or linen stitch, and we are gonna use this stitch across all the panels. So to tie the sides, tie around the neck, and then the bottom that we see in Kriti's top as well. So once you reach at the end, chain 1 and do a single crochet in the last stitch where you have stitch marked. Now for the next row, we are not going to do any decrease, so we are going to continue doing this. So I'll show you how the moss stitch works in the next row. So you have chain 1, turn your work. Now you can see this V which is forming is because of the single crochet that we have done, and then this gap is because we have left one stitch. So continue the same way, do another chain, so you have 2 chains on the hook, then do a single crochet in this gap that is formed, then chain 1, then do another single crochet in this gap, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Do this until the end. Now I am almost at the last stitch, so I am doing a single crochet, chain 1, and a single crochet in the last stitch right over here. Now we have 2 rows of the moss stitch. From this point I'm gonna do a decrease. So to do a decrease, chain 1, and you remember in previous row we had done another chain, so we are gonna skip that and directly do a single crochet in the next one. Chain 1, do a single crochet, chain 1, do a single crochet. Continue this until the end. Now at the end, to do the decrease, what we are gonna do is chain 1. This is like the second last single crochet, and now instead of doing chain 1 and then a single crochet, I am directly gonna do a single crochet. Now for the next row, chain 1, turn your work, and as we did a decrease, instead of doing another chain, we are directly going to do a single crochet in the next. So this is the V which I am leaving and doing a single crochet in this. So this is how you do the decreases, and continue doing the decrease until you reach a point where only 10 stitches are left. And once I reach over there, I'm gonna show you how to proceed with the next step. So once you have reached 10 stitches only, from this point we are not gonna do any decreases and continue doing the strap until the strap reaches like the middle of the bag. So I'm gonna show you how to continue without doing any decreases for a couple of rows. So chain 1, I have 10 stitches over here. Turn your work, and now do another chain, and then you see this V. After that, this is the next stitch. In this we are gonna do a single crochet, then chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, and then for the last we used to do directly another single crochet, but now you chain 1 and then do a single crochet in the last stitch, and then chain 1, turn your work, and continue the same process. Continue this process until this strap reaches at the middle of the bag. So I'm gonna show you when I reach over there. So I have done 60 rows of the moss stitch from the start till over here, and if I put it around, it's reaching, as you can see, it's reaching middle and little extra. So this is the length that we want, and from this point what we are going to do is we are going to do a decrease, but decrease it like gradually and not one after the other. So from this point what I'm going to do is do one decrease moss stitch, then do 2 normal moss stitch, and then another decrease, then 2 normal. So that way I'll get a little more length and it will decrease gradually rather than a direct triangle, which I don't want. So let's do that. To do the decrease, it's the same process. So chain 1, turn your work, and instead of doing another chain, we directly do a single crochet in the space. Then chain 1, another single crochet, and at the end, instead of doing one chain, I'm directly doing a single crochet. So that's our first decrease. I'll just mark it. Just for the reference. Now we are going to do 2 normal moss stitch. So chain 1, turn your work, do another chain, and you can see this space. After the V, there is this space, so we are going to do the single crochet in that. And now chain 1 and then do a single crochet in the last. So this is the difference between a normal and a decrease. Now we have to do another normal stitch before we move on to the decrease. So we are doing 2 chains and then single crochet, now we are doing 1 decrease. So chain 1, turn your work, and instead of doing another chain, directly do a single crochet. So 1, 2, and in the last one, instead of doing chain 1 and then a single crochet, we do a direct single crochet. We have to continue this pattern until there is like just 2 stitches left. So 1 decrease, 2 normal moss stitch, then another decrease, 2 normal moss stitch. So I'll see you once I'm there at the end. After you have 4 stitches, this is the progress that we have from this point to 10 rows without doing any decrease, because we want the strap to tie the knot, so we want this long. So make this at least 5-inch long by doing decreases in between. So from this point, I'm going to just continue doing without any decrease until I reach 4 inches, and then do 1 decrease to make it just 2 stitches, and then complete it with 5 inches. So as you can see from the stitch marker, I have reached 4 inches. Now for this 1 inch, I'm going to do 1 decrease and continue till I reach this point. So as you can see, I have reached the mark of 5 inches. So now I'm going to just finish off this yarn by tying a knot and then cut. And then we are going to repeat the same process of making the strap on the other side. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll show you the next step. This looks really cute. Now from this point, I think we are going to work on the top part and make it like tying around the neck. So that's the next thing that I'm going to show you. And after that, the V-cut thing that Kriti has on her top, we are going to make that one as well. Now let me show you how to make the top part of this top, like the straps. So first you take your yarn and insert your hook in the stitch where you have stitch marked on the side, and do a single crochet. Now continue doing this single crochet in each stitch until you reach the end. So I'll see you guys once I reach the end. So once you reach at the end, as I had said before, this top is divided by 32 stitches equally, and this is the 32nd stitch. So I'm gonna crochet the last single crochet in that stitch, and then chain 1, turn your work, and now we are going to do the decrease. So how we are going to do the decrease is, after chaining 1, you are going to leave this stitch and continue doing a single crochet in this. So this is how we are gradually going to do a decrease in this top to make the V in the center, and as well as decrease the strap from the side. So continue doing single crochet in each stitch until you reach the end. Once you reach the end, do a single crochet in the last stitch. There is no decrease over here. Chain 1, turn your work, and now to do the decrease, instead of doing a single crochet in this stitch, we are going to skip that stitch and do a single crochet in this one. So this way the decrease is going to happen one row at a time. At each row, the number of single crochet that you do are going to decrease by 1, and you have to continue doing this until you reach a point where only 3 stitches are remaining. So just continue this step of missing 1 single crochet at the start of the row, and I'll see you when only 3 stitches are left. So once you do a decrease, it's going to look something like this, like a triangle. So from here we have reached over here, and now I have only 3 stitches, as you can see, and from this point I'm not going to do any more decreases and continue the strap. So to stop doing the decreases and continue with the 3 stitches, what you have to do is chain 1, turn your work, and then all this while we used to skip this stitch to do a single crochet, but now we are gonna do a single crochet in that. So 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and 3 single crochet. So continue doing this until you have 18 inches of the length in total, which I'm going to show you in a minute. So from the point where you started crocheting the top part, so here's the stitch marker, you can just trace the length from there, and you continue doing this till you reach 17 inches. So once you reach 17 inches, you're gonna do a decrease from 3 to 2 to 1 and have this end tip, and that's gonna make a total of 18 inches for you, as you can see over here. So you continue doing the decrease, then you continue making the strap with 3 stitches until you reach 17, and now after you reach 17 I'm gonna show you how to do the decrease, and that's one panel. You repeat the same thing on the other side, as you can see here. So I'm going to continue doing this same thing that I have done over here, and I'll show you how to do this decrease as well. So to do the decrease, what you have to do is chain 1, and now leave this space and do a single crochet in the next one, then another single crochet. So you did 2 single crochets. Now chain 1, turn your work, again leave this and do a single crochet in this, chain 1 and do a last single crochet in the same stitch, and just finish off your ends. So this is what the strap looks like. Now you have to repeat the same process on the other side as well. So I showed you one side, you repeat the same process for the other side, and you'll have the neck. I'll show you how it looks after wearing. This is how the top looks after tying it in the back as well. And now I know that it's not like fitting, like hugging the body properly, but we are still in the process, and this is a cotton blend, so once I block it, it's gonna change. I know that. So far this is the look, and just adjust this length according to your preference where you want the top to sit. So depending on that, the 17 inches that I have told you guys, you might have to like increase it more, but don't go to decrease more than 17 inches, because this is how much the strap is remaining after tying. So don't go to decrease it less than 17 inches until and unless we are like taking the top very on top, and then just don't decrease more than 17 inches of the strap length. If you want more length, then increase the length of the strap. Hope I'm not confusing, but yeah, this is the progress. I'll show you guys how to make that thing which is there on Kriti's top, and we are going to match that with this moss stitch that we have done for the strap in the back. And I tried doing the moss stitch on top and it was looking very weird and not, you know, complementing this whole Mashooqa thing. So I switched that up and made the single crochet instead. Now let me show you how to make that. So to make the bottom part of this top, first take your hook and insert it in the stitch where you have stitch marked. And do your first single crochet in that stitch. Then chain 1, leave this stitch and do a single crochet in the next. The same way we did the moss stitch for side straps of the top. So we are going to do that, and we need a decrease, but very gradually. So this is what we are gonna do. First row, you just start with the moss stitch. Then once you reach at the end, so this where I have stitch marked is the 32nd stitch, and as you can see I've done a single crochet and then the stitch is there. So I'm not gonna do a chain, and I'm directly going to do a single crochet in this. If I do a chain and then do a single crochet, there is an increase, so I don't want to do an increase over here. That's why I'm directly doing a single crochet. Now we are gonna do a decrease in the next row. So chain 1, turn your work, and instead of doing another chain, I'm directly going to do a single crochet in this space that you can see, and then continue with my moss stitch across the row. Now I'm at the end of the row, so I'm doing the last single crochet. Then we are doing another decrease. So the same process, directly doing a single crochet in this space. So I've done 3 rows of moss stitch, and from this point for the next 2 rows we are not gonna do the decrease. So chain 1, turn your work, do another chain, and then find your stitch and do your single crochet. So for this 2 rows we are going to continue doing the moss stitch without any decrease, and this is the pattern that we have to follow. So 3 rows of decrease moss stitch, then 2 rows without the decrease, then again 3 rows, and continue this until you reach a point where you have only 4 stitches at the end. And once you have only 4 stitches, you just continue doing all the decreases of the moss stitch without any normal rows, just all the decrease rows. And once you do that, you will have something like this, and this is the V stitch that we are looking for. Once you are done with this side, repeat the same thing on the other side, and make sure the length is also the same. So keep a count of that. And after you are done with both the sides, we have to make a border. So I'll show you guys how to make the border after completing this. And just a small tip, if you feel like you need more coverage, then you can increase the number of single crochet rows that you're going to do. as of now I am planning to do just one row across the borders and check how it fits me. And if I feel I require a little bit more of a coverage, then only I'll go for another round of single crochet. But that's the final step, so I'm going to show you how this top looks once I'm done doing a single crochet across the border and blocking this top out. This is how the top looks like. Here's the back and this is the front, and I just love how it turned out. Although I'm not sure when I'm gonna wear this, but I'm just so happy that I made this. So hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know in the comments if you have any queries with regards to making this top. And if you do share your project, then do tag me on my Instagram, the yarn box. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys love this top as much as I did, and I'll see you guys in